In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Yeah, we are back, Cash. Again.
Yes, we are.
Man, I'm pretty stoked about this episode. This is our first TV Tuesday conclusion of a season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did it.
We did it.
Finally did it.
And it feels damn good.
8 episodes. It does. It feels absolutely great. We've been on a roller coaster of emotion with this show.
And what a great show to start with, too. You know,
You
because we
could-
could have picked a real stinker on that.
Oh, absolutely.
We could have.
You could not have
Would've been
picked. You
forced to
couldn't have
watch
picked a better show to start with.
Right.
And I think
Well,
everyone will agree.
And I got to give you props for it because I knew nothing about this show before.
Oh, yeah.
We ended up talking about it.
Oh, and I'll
you
take
were
props
like, hey, let's
for
do
it.
it.
I'll
I
take
was like,
props
all right.
for it. I wrote this story. I wrote
You
the.
wrote the screenplay for
I
this,
did.
actually,
I
as a matter of
I
fact,
did.
the entire
I wrote
all 8
a
episodes.
screenplay. It wasn't
Not all
accepted.
8. Okay,
It wasn't accepted at all.
Might have been a different version entirely.
It was
but
fan.
nonetheless.
It was fan fiction
Fan
mostly.
fiction,
But,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it was. But let's be honest, Amazon was this show still. They were heavily. Amazon knew what they had here.
Oh yeah, they
They
were
were
heavily
advertising it, so
promoting this. It was.
It wasn't
everywhere.
like it was a hidden gem. I came up to you and was like, "Mason, you got to hear about this little known
That was
show
true,
that
yeah.
no one knows about."
But when we started recording episodes for this, like this show had only been out for less than a week. When
Oh,
we
yeah.
started because we started in late July, which is when this show came out. So
And already, before it even came out, they said it's good for another second season.
Yeah.
They said we're already ready. Amazon knows. Because let's be honest, Amazon is Amazon. They're not really up there with Netflix yet.
no,
At least definitely not with shows.
No.
Well,
they
Amazon
do have a few really
Amazon
good
has
shows.
a few really, but they're not.
And I gotta say,
but not
for,
to the extent.
for a company that's probably less than 10 years old as far as Amazon Video is
Yeah.
concerned, as far as making their
But I
own
mean,
original content, it's not that bad.
a company that has endless
good.
resources.
Very true, billions and billions of dollars.
It helps. I mean, maybe if you're an up and start company, I can see like I can give you the nod, but like,
Yeah.
it's not like they just started out in their garage or something.
Wouldn't it be so funny if one day Amazon picked up the rights to South Park to play on their streaming service?
It'd be awesome. I don't see how it'd be even possible, though.
But it'd be hilarious, though, because of them making fun of Jeff Bezos and his giant head, and then they end up being on Amazon.
Yeah, but I mean, I think South Park has made fun of everyone, so I don't think they could
so
be.
it's not
I
that
don't
much
think
of
they
a
could be
big
on a
deal.
streaming service, whether they
Yeah, because they made fun of Netflix as well.
Oh, they made fun of
and
everyone.
Hulu.
Yeah,
They
Family
made
Guy,
fun of everything.
Simpsons. They make fun of everyone. No one's safe.
No one.
I mean, and they have so many episodes that
They
they've
do.
really have made fun of every possible outlet that they can. But South Park is still great, man.
It is.
It
Still
is
to this day, it
still
still
great.
holds up. It still gets my stomach.
Some episodes are hit and miss, but man, some of those episodes are so damn
They
good.
are.
But yeah, we're not here to talk about South Park.
No,
we're
we're
here to talk about the season finale of The Boys, titled "You Found Me."
Sounds like a very epic game of hide and seek.
Could be. That title could be relevant to a lot of different things in this episode.
Could be.
With "You Found Me," but right at the start, we get right into it, and well, from where we left off, shit was hitting the fan for The Boys. Shit was kind of hitting the fan for the set.
Everything was falling up. Yeah, everything was falling apart for everyone.
But things were maybe starting to look up for the old Homelander. It looked
Mm-hmm.
like things were maybe looking up, and we find out that the Pentagon has classified Compound V.
Yes.
So no one knows about it.
Nope.
No one can knows about it. The boys are now fugitives.
Which is never a good thing.
No.
No.
Good
You
call.
never be a
You're
yeah.
absolutely right. Ask Harrison Ford.
Maybe didn't need to be
Ask
said. Yeah, ask Harrison Ford how that turned out
he
for him.
was the fugitive.
Or Gerard Butler in Angel Has Fallen.
Yeah.
He was
odd,
a fugitive. I
Odd.
guess. It was just a remake, the 2019 remake of Fugitive, I suppose.
But yes. And we get Annie confronts her mom.
And that was a good scene, too.
It was a real great
It was a really good scene, and we really got to see the mom's true intent, her true nature and character.
And this whole time we're getting hinted at. I mean, I knew the
we
mom was a
did.
bitch.
Oh, for sure. From the very first
She's-
episode,
again,
as
we're-
you brought up on episode 1 or 2,
Yeah.
she was like the beauty pageant mom.
Exactly,
right?
where she's living through this kid and doesn't care anything else about how happy the kid is, as long as the kid is winning prizes and the mom looks good. But yeah, and the mom is, Annie confronts her because Annie knows everything. She says, was I born with superpowers? And the mom just says, no. And the government said you were
And the mom. Remember the mom feeding her lies her whole life, saying, God chose you.
Yeah.
God chose you. So she was using God this whole time as a tool.
And she's the worst kind of person, but the worst kind of mom where like she's not even apologetic about it
at all.
She's just, even though she's been lied to her entire life, the mom's like, oh, it's better now.
It's better this way.
I would say her daughter probably wouldn't have been sexually assaulted had she not had powers.
Known the truth, yeah.
But of course, these kind of moms don't care about their kids, really. They care about the mom.
Living through them.
Yeah, they care about her themselves. But, yeah, so that's what's going on with Annie right now, which is, it's not fun.
No.
So, but it gets Annie to kind of look at superheroes kind of from the other, although she's been looking at them the entire time from the other side because she knows right off the bat she got kind of raped. But
kind of.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
I would
full
say
on,
real
pretty
full
much,
on,
yeah.
right,
But she's now it's kind of really just solidifying that these people are just shitty.
Yeah.
They're horrible people. And and during this we get Vought denies Deep. I guess we got to talk about that. Somehow
he's
Deep,
not happy.
somehow the Deep is still relevant even in these later episodes.
I know, it's such a strange thing. It's like their own little thing with
I know.
with
I like
the
it though
Deep.
because it's
And I
like
like how he goes to the grocery store too, and
Yeah.
he's like talking to the lobster, and he's like, "I'm gonna save you, little guy.
I'm gonna get you out.
I'm gonna get you out." He's like, "That one. That's my
Not that
guy
one,
right
not that-
there." He's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Hold on, wait." Sticks a knife in him, cuts his
I
head off.
forgot about
Like,
that.
Oh man.
The big escape. He's
So
like, "You're getting out of
hilarious.
here, buddy." And remember,
Getting
he's
outta
like,
here.
"He's
We
like,
got
you're
you."
gone, man.
Yeah.
You're gone. We're gonna get you out." And then he just kills him. Yeah, brutal. Deep's not
Right.
having a good run, but
No,
again,
he's
the
not.
Deep deserves everything that happens to him.
Yeah, everything that's coming to him, he deserves.
Yeah, but Vought denies that the Deep is returning. Obviously, he's not gonna return for a while. He just admitted to sexual assault. So.
Not a good.
But in
public
his
image.
mind, he's like, "I'm just gonna come back. I just gotta be at Sandusky for like a week. It's gonna be no idea."
Good little vacay.
20 years later, he's still
not
at
the best
Sandusky.
vacay,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah, and it causes him an emotional breakdown.
Mhm.
Again, another one of the 7, not looking so good. Flash forward to injured A-Train.
Who just broke his leg in the
Yeah.
prior episode.
Well, guy's leg broken.
Yeah,
by
got his leg broken rather by female.
the female Kimiko. Yeah, and so he's not doing so good either. And and he got racially profiled while out in costume. Also,
Yeah, while he's with his crutches and everything.
Yeah. So it shows that, and again, it's kind of tearing down the veil of these superheroes' vision of even themselves.
Mhm.
Because they're showing that once they don't have that costume on, they're just another fucking...
They're normal people.
Yeah, and people can treat you like a piece of shit again. So,
Right.
So he's not happy about this, and he's looking like he might relapse. This is the perfect recipe for a big old relapse.
And what does he relapse to?
Of course, the way he's not doing heroin.
No, he's doing that
He's
compound
doing something a little
V.
better. He's on
Yeah.
that compound V, that
stuff is
good
strong.
stuff. Yeah, and that causes his brother Nathan to quit working out with him. Right?
Mhm.
Tells him that he doesn't want to be around him when he's on that because it's gonna.
That's when he goes away and drives away. in
That's
that
when he drives
shitty
away in the
Plymouth.
shitty car. Yeah, but yeah, and that's because he knows it's gonna eventually kill him. You know, it's gonna eventually do something bad to him. And but Butcher, we finally get Mallory in person. He takes Huey to meet up with Mallory.
Mhm.
And Mallory doesn't want any part. She's actually an old lady. That's kind of surprising. But we did say that she'd have grandkids. Because earlier on, we find out that her grandkids were killed by someone
Yes.
in the 7 or whatever. And yeah, or Mallory says that she doesn't want any part of it. She refuses to participate, and but she does inform them about Stillwell and warns Huey and Butcher. Well, essentially, she warns Butcher that seeking vengeance is only going to cause you pain.
Yes.
Because Mallory, of all people, should be the one seeking vengeance, and she's kind of
Oh, of course, her grandchildren were killed in that fire.
yeah,
From the light shade. What's his name?
the lamplighter.
Lamplighter.
Lamplighter, who we don't
know yet.
You don't know yet, but in the comic book, he's well, he died in something crazy happened to him. That's all they kind of talk about.
Her and Mallory's grandchildren died as a cause of that.
Yeah, he's crazy. If they make him as crazy as he is in the comic book, he's fucking crazy.
Oh, and you know they will.
And it's the Compound V. I don't want to spoil, but it's Compound V that's starting to make him like kind of decaying their brains or something, and makes them.
Well, it's the same as any other drug.
Yeah,
it gives you an ultimate high, but then your dopamine levels and everything.
Yeah,
else
you gotta
down
replace it with everything else, and then it's bad news. But yeah, and but again, she just says that vengeance is going to cause you pain and whatnot. And Huey leaves Butcher to go and ask Annie for help again, but Annie doesn't.
But
want
Annie, at this point, she's done with this.
Yeah,
she's like,
they
trust
left.
You just shot me with a beanbag.
Yeah, and last they left, they didn't leave on great terms.
Oh no, he's like, got a jet. Sorry, I shot you.
Oh, by the way, your entire life is a lie. I'm out of here.
Adios.
Gonna head out.
You see him just dorkly
You digest
running away
that
as fast as he can.
I gotta get out of there before she processes that. She's gonna blow the whole building up.
She will.
But yeah, Starlight. I mean, obviously she says no. I mean, is there any surprise?
I'm not helping you. Not anymore, asshole.
And yeah, but Homelander, we get a big reveal. Another big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Homelander tells Stillwell really Vi had nothing to do with making the terrorist.
That he did it himself.
He's taking matters in his own goddamn hand.
Son of a bitch, Homelander.
And Stillwell, of course, she's angry at him.
Oh, she's furious. Kind of.
No, not
But
really
she
at all.
plays it. No, she plays it.
No,
she's not angry at
She
all.
loves it.
Well, because,
Yeah.
Well, because she sees the bigger picture. She's always seen the bigger picture.
Because it was.
And she knows that now, through his actions, they're able to militarize these soups.
Yeah, so we find out that Homelander was the one giving Compound V to these terrorist group to make terrorists, and Stillwell, of course, she's not. No, I was kidding whenever she fucking.
Well, yeah, obviously sarcasm.
She loves it.
Oh yeah, she loves the idea.
She's
brilliant.
thinking, why the fuck did we not come up with that shit? You genius.
God,
we would have been
making.
We
would have
given
this Homelander guy around. He's gonna make us some serious.
We would have been
cash.
giving fucking Compound V to Hitler years ago. We knew we had that idea, man. That's fucking amazing, and they end up fucking, and it's very odd because Homelander sees her, obviously, this mother character, because he never had a mother. Now he's kind of, it's this whole psychological thing.
Because throughout this whole season, too, there was a lot of like weird fetish things where like he would lay on her on her lap
and be
then
jealous
her
of the
tits
baby.
Were lactating.
Yeah.
And she was like,
and he would give that death stare to her kid.
Yeah, there's just a lot of weird thing going on with those two.
But it was the whole reason of him never having a kid. But it's like, yeah, it's the whole fucking Freud would have a heyday with this psychological mess that is Homelander. But yeah, and then we get fast forward to a black site where Kimiko is being held.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's some government black site, and Huey gets
smuggles in his old retainer.
His retainer.
Yeah, classic.
God, what a nerd!
What a nerd! What a dork!
Yeah, he smuggles his old retainer, and Frenchie picks the lock so Mother's Milk can free Kimiko, and they end up freeing her. Everything's looking great.
Yeah, it's looking up. It's looking on the up and up. This season might end in a very, very happy way.
No, not at all. Who comes flying in, healed?
Flying in? Oh, A-Train
running
comes a storming in.
He's 100% healed.
Yes.
That I mean, that's what steroids will do to you. It makes you heal a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So he must have pumped that shit right into his fucking leg, I'm guessing, and because he's looking good.
He's looking real good.
And he's kind of and they can't really do anything because they know they're kind of fucked at this point. And yeah, but Huey and Mother's Milk, they try to delay or stall A-Train just long enough so he doesn't run through them, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But eventually, who comes in clutch?
What do you mean?
Who comes up big and saves them?
Well, no. Well, A-Train doesn't. Well, A-Train has the attack first, right?
Oh yeah,
the
they don't really get saved.
Yeah.
A-Train, his heart just gives out because he's been pumping.
Because he's been pumping Compound
steroids,
V like a mother.
Like what happens to anyone that does steroids? Your heart eventually just explodes.
Yeah, and this was one of the most confusing things to me in the show and in the season was that Huey gave CPR to A-Train.
Yeah, well,
the guy who killed Robin.
I
and
know,
he still has sympathy for this guy.
It's the whole thing. That's
Fuck him. I would have stood over him and just watched him and just been waving.
I know. I would have put my boot on his throat just to make sure that his heart did give out. But yeah, it's the whole thing of like with them meeting Mallory and everything, and that being a kind of a big moment with her telling him not to seek vengeance. So Huey's the last good there is in the show, in the world, maybe.
For sure, yes. And I think
he's the only real superhero.
There's still a glimmer of good in Starlight as well, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
I think they're both good.
Yeah, probably. But it just showed that Huey, in the end of the day, he's really not a killer, and he can't just look over someone as they die. Which it's natural causes at this point. You're not.
It would have been. No, you don't have a hand in this at all.
It's like your arch enemy. You're getting a fight, and he just happens to keel over with a heart attack.
And
There's got to be like the Seinfeld moment where you're thinking, do I save this guy? Do I? Or do I just kind of watch? No one else is around. No one's gonna know. He was a good guy. He's a good guy.
At the end of the day.
Luckily for him, he's taking his CPR courses as well.
He does, and those come in clutch. Okay, you never know when you got to give CPR. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
And for all you guys out there, if you never watch The Office, be sure when you do apply CPR to staying alive.
But make sure if the person does die, you harvest their organs quick enough.
Yeah, because you're gonna want those, and you want to sell those on the black market. Okay,
you're gonna want to
do a quick
harvest those.
Job. No one will know anything. No.
But eventually Starlight comes in. This is when she comes in clutch, clutch. But but she does it where they can escape because Huey wasn't gonna leave. He was just gonna keep giving CPR, and they were all gonna get caught again.
Yes.
But Starlight is pretty much full on fuck you to the seven. She's pretty much is a co-conspirator at this point. And because this is, not good, but she comes in and she starts giving CPR to A-Train. Yeah. Unfortunately, that old bastard doesn't die. God. When is he going to get his?
I don't know, man. He's got a broken leg.
He's had a rough
heart
week.
attack. He's a drug addict, so it's just not a good combination.
Yeah.
And he's a murderer.
He's had a rough week for sure. But and then we get Butcher kind of is going to take matters into his own hand. Does he have a plan here? Does he have a plan?
No. It's the most... it's the most ridiculous plan ever.
It's not forethought. It's boneheaded. Yeah. But he says something's got to happen. He takes Still, wraps her in bombs.
Yeah, a lot of bombs. A little unnecessary. I think 1 or 2 bombs would have worked.
He says it's got to go. Well, I'm guessing he was hoping maybe it was going to kill Homelander or give something. But
take the whole house
out. Anything. Yeah. But yeah, so she wraps, or he wraps Stillwell wrapped in bombs, C4, and to get Homelander.
He's trying to bait Homelander, to coming to the house.
But Lou, Homelander was going to out crazy you every time.
Every time.
When you think you're the craziest guy in the room.
When you think you can one-up him, he two-ups.
He's going to he's going to Lindsay Lohan you every time where he's just going to tenfold that crazy. You're going to be thinking, this can't get any crazier. And then he's going to be like, no, I'm going to do shit that doesn't even make sense to me.
Doesn't. Yeah, to me. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's so crazy.
But he thinks that this is gonna somehow bait Homelander into doing something for him. But Homelander says, "No, there's no one you can hold above me." He's like, I have nothing, so you can't hold anything above me. And he just fucking, what does he do?
Well, first off, he talks to Stillwell.
Yeah.
The girl, and talking quite a bit.
Still, where they just had sex, and they're very close.
Yes.
There's a mother-son relationship, but they just sometimes they fuck once in a while.
Yeah. And basically what Homelander does, he tells Stillwell the truth.
Yeah.
Which he kind of tells her the truth, but he doesn't. He says he tortures Vogelbaum, but he doesn't. He just gets the information, but he got the truth about Becca and his child. He tells that to Stillwell. She's terrified at this point.
And Homelander is obviously upset because he's got a kid they never knew about.
Yeah,
also.
He's furious.
Like he probably doesn't give a shit about this kid, but
no, but he's still upset about the whole principle.
Well, they're just said that they lied to him, I think. Yeah, and he's really upset that his mother figure would lie to him too.
And because remember, in the prior episodes, she said that she was going to trust him completely and always be open and honest with him. And then again, she lies because she didn't tell him this. And he looks at her and he goes, "Just admit it."
Yeah. And then he corrects her eyesight.
Yeah. She goes, I'm scared of you. And he goes, "Finally."
Yeah.
And then he fucking lasers her eyes out of her skull all the way through. Pretty
Great,
gruesome.
and it's great because it takes a couple minutes to really
does.
fry in there.
Yeah, I mean it's one after the other.
It's a good kill scene, but it's like, and then Butcher's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, he's kind of looking a little surprised, but at the same time he's like
he out crazied me.
kind of expected it in
Yeah.
this weird way.
But
Yeah.
Butcher's ready to go, man.
He is.
He says, "Full fuck, I got nothing else now."
Yeah.
You just killed the one fucking
And that's what kind of
liability.
Didn't Homelander say something? Well, now what are you gonna do, or something like that? And
Yeah.
he goes, well,
He does, and he smiles.
yeah, and he smiles and he pulls the trigger for the bomb, and sure enough, it goes to white. We see what we assume the explosion. We hear the explosion, white.
This would have been the
You hear
best
white
death
noise
for
and
Butcher.
everything. Definitely would have been the most fitting too.
It
I
is
would
because
say. Kinda like a
Homelander knew.
suicide,
Yeah, and
basically.
Homelander knew exactly what he was doing because he ends up saving Butcher.
He does.
Because there's so much more pain he can inflict on Butcher than Butcher just having this easy out.
Mhm.
So Homelander takes again a big reveal.
A very big reveal. This is like the end of the season reveal.
Yeah,
This
and
is
I
the
like,
biggest one.
and this show felt like the whole time that they were just kind of like building confidence, like the first episodes, and then they just really just started finding their own rhythm, and then just seemed like, oh, now we can do whatever the fuck we want,
Definitely.
and get crazier and crazier.
But it all
with that.
made sense. It all came together
yeah,
well.
absolutely, yeah.
It wasn't like just this shitty thrown together
No,
story. It all,
absolutely not, yeah.
it's tied together very well.
So Homelander takes Butcher to this just this normal looking house, super normal looking house. It's good looking and it's a picturesque home.
It is.
Somewhere you'd want to raise your family.
Definitely.
And who walks out of the home?
Well, Becca and the little boy and the son.
Butcher's ex-wife who thought was murdered.
He thought
and
was dead.
Homelander's
And Homelander's
rape
kid.
baby.
Oh my God. The rape baby and the wife you thought that was dead for 5 to 7 years.
Literally the entire reason you are existing. The entire thing that Butcher is this nihilistic, his entire goal in life, the reason he gets up in the morning is because he thinks his wife was raped, then murdered.
That's been his sole motivation for living.
Yes. So it's got,
Period.
and then it just cuts out.
Yeah.
Or just,
And then that's just the
that's it.
end of
That's
episode
a
8.
fucking cliffhanger.
It is. And I cannot wait for season 2.
It's gonna be insane.
I think it'll take 2 years before we get it, but it'll be nice to have. Maybe a year and a half. Maybe January of 21.
I don't even know. I don't know where they're gonna go with that. Where are they gonna go with that?
Oh, I have
How
no
is-
idea, but I'm ready for it.
How is
I don't
Billy
know.
gonna? I mean, is he just gonna lunge for that kid and start choking him out?
Well, the kid's a soup, though. Remember, he was
It's true.
the
That's
fire
true, yeah.
in the belly of Becca
Oh yeah,
with that
Oh,
flashback. So I mean,
He's not just
I don't think
only.
he's just gonna be able
He's
to
not
kill
just
him.
only a soup. He's like the fucking main soup's son, man.
Yeah.
That's like Superman having a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that kid's probably gonna be an evil, sadistic little fuck too,
Oh yeah.
just like his dad, Homelander.
and Butcher he's got to be just as mad as Becca.
Oh, undoubtedly. Yeah, I'd be furious.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you just not leave that kid?
Bro-
Of course, it is her kid. You know,
And it's
different.
also Homelander who's got control and reign over you. On top,
But
of that.
Homelander hasn't known anything about it.
That is true.
He
Yeah.
just went out. I mean, this is a family reunion
Yeah,
for
that-
everyone.
Yeah, for everyone. So I wonder. Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna move on from this.
Maybe they're just gonna end up with full housing it, just raising that big
This
family.
90s sitcom,
What
they all
is-
turning to the
What
camera.
if it turned into a total 90 boys sitcom? We get Mother's Milk. He's living in there. He's
Yep.
the Joey.
He's the Joey's living under the stairwell kind
Frenchie.
of thing.
He's the Jesse. He's riding
That'd
more.
be
He's
great.
fucking.
Oh,
people
he's
all
having
the time.
fun,
Yeah,
yep.
he's having
All
a
the
good
time.
time. He's having a good time. We could get a total 90s.
We could.
Total 90s sitcom out of this. I feel like this is the only way they can go.
Yeah, so do I.
Unless Billy just turns around and starts slaughtering everyone in that house.
Which I would say is a
It's a
fair
fair
statement.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean it could definitely happen. I would say.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's episode 8 of The
It is.
Boys. That's our first TV Tuesday, first TV show that we have done and completed. I love it. Again, could not have picked a better one.
No.
And left us on a big old fat cliffhanger. So you know when this rolls around again, we're gonna have to make this our TV Tuesday show for
Oh, for season
Season
2,
two,
for sure.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
now that we did 1, we can do 2. And that's kind of the nice thing about starting TV
Oh, yeah.
Tuesdays is now once we kind of get going, we'll have the shows already solidified.
solidified.
There it is. Solidified.
You'll get it. You
I
just had a
didn't get enough
stroke.
sleep. Yeah, I had a little stroke, but that's okay. I'm
That'll
back.
happen. That'll
I'm
happen.
here. Yeah. Now that we have completed the season,
Oh yeah, we
should
have
we
to
give
do it.
give a brief review.
Oh, you want to
grading?
give a full review of this? Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
let's
we
just
can.
give a little grading. See what we gave the season
Oh,
1 of
yeah.
The Boys.
As all compared to every TV show I've ever watched, it's a lot of TV shows. I would say I'd give this a solid B.
B, okay.
B.
It's so funny.
It was right on the edge of B plus.
Yeah, because me and you you're always just a slight tick because I was gonna say B plus.
Yep.
I gave the show B plus.
Yeah.
I thought overall
I
it was
loved
really
it, man.
good.
It was so much
There were
fun.
a few questions, there were a few little things where I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I really like the storyline. I like the characters. This was that dark, gritty superhero
I love
show
the realistic
that we just
look
were
of
craving.
the real superheroes, and it could not come out at a better time with the height of the superhero fandom and the height of superheroes just in general right now. So it could
Completely.
not have come out with a better time.
One of my favorite things about this show, too, is immediately they showed you how the show was going to be.
Yep.
They didn't waste 2 episodes being like, okay, this is this character, follow them and figure out their journey until, now they're superheroes. It was immediately, boom, Robin explodes. Okay, show started.
And
You know what I'm saying?
it's honestly a breath of fresh air, too.
It really is.
With how many superhero movies we get and how alike all of them are and how really, kind of kid-friendly and family-friendly they are. It's nice to get kind of a break from that and get something that's really gritty and fucking dark.
Definitely.
And depressing. I love it, man. Yeah, I liked it a lot, and I can't wait for season 2. Again, Carl Urban was the highlight, man. His acting was just phenomenal.
Oh, it was
He's
awesome
good
in
in
this,
everything.
yeah.
I want to Dread 2 so bad.
We talk about that, and this is the last time we get to talk about it this year. I want to Dread 2 as well.
I know.
No
I
one's
will.
more on board
That's
for
money
that
where
than
I
me.
will donate money to
God
get
damn,
that production
one of the most
started up.
underrated movies.
One of the most
I
underrated
swear,
action
man.
films of all
Yes.
time, I think.
It was just so good, and no one ever talks about it. It was never brought up, and
No.
it baffles me. Man.
No.
It baffles
It's
me.
a
That movie's
beautiful
awesome.
film, too, man.
Yeah.
Great villains, fucking.
Yeah, great storyline too, and it's
We gotta
simplistic
review it
and
sometime.
works. Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely review it.
But it's never on streaming or anything.
I know
They
it's
like
never. It's
erased
nowhere.
that.
I know they erased it from like the archives in general. It's so
good,
confusing.
man. It's so good. It's
It's
so
not like
worth
it's a
watching.
bad film at all. So
Have you ever seen the
I actually did see it like 2 or 3 years ago on Netflix. That's when
I think it might have
watched
been on Netflix. Yeah. Did you ever see the original Dread with Sylvester Stallone?
Many years ago.
And Rob
yes,
Schneider?
I did. Yes, many years ago.
It's not that.
Yes.
It's not very good. No, not great at all. But yeah, I know. I want more Carl Urban and everything. Actually,
Definitely.
he was great in Lord of the Rings.
Uh-huh.
Just kills it in everything he does. I think.
And Dennis Quaid's son, Jack Quaid, does a very good job in this too.
Yeah, which still blows my mind that Dennis Quaid could have a son that looks nothing like him.
Well, I disagree with that. I think he looks like his dad.
He looks like a big dork. Dennis Quaid is.
But he's got his dad's look, though. Look at his face. How can you not say that guy doesn't have his dad's face?
I don't know. Well, I can't see the picture.
Look at this
but
one right here. That's his dad. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are just like his dad.
He might have the eyes, but
And the
I
mouth.
don't think he has the face. I don't think he has the
No,
the same.
probably no, not the face.
the
but
same
the eyes
structure
and the
as-
mouth.
You would never look at him if they were both the same age. Him and Dennis Quaid, who's always played like a jock and everything.
Yeah.
He always played like a really good looking.
One of my favorite roles of his, Dennis Quaid is The Rookie, the
Rookie-
baseball
Rookie is
film.
great.
I
where
love
he
that
can throw
movie.
super fast.
Yeah,
Dennis Quaid is good in everything, man.
he is.
He's awesome. He's a lot better than his crazy brother. Yeah, but there's a lot. Starlight did amazing too. God
Yeah, she did.
damn, she looks amazing in that
Oh,
picture.
Dude, yeah, she is beautiful.
I haven't seen her in
She's
anything else.
She's
though.
our age too. She's 25. She's from New York. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
God,
a
that's
fairly
depressing.
new actress.
25.
Yeah, 25.
She hasn't been in anything. Captain Fantastic.
What? Oh, she was.
Who'd she play in that?
She
One of the
played Claire.
kids? One was.
I don't know who that was though. She was in Jessica Jones. Wow, she's in a few episodes of that.
Oh yeah, I think she might play like her sister or something.
Oh, After the Dark is a good film. No, I'm thinking of Hold the Dark. Never mind.
yeah. I know. Kings of Summer. I've seen that.
The Watch, Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
That's how everyone gets their start. You got to do one
yeah,
episode
you have
of Law and
to.
Order.
Seriously. And those one-offs are really good
They're-
for your
oh,
resume
yeah,
and your
absolutely.
career. They
Robin
really
Williams.
help.
I never watched Law and Order, but he is one of the best Law and Order cameos because he plays a killer in one of the episodes. Robin Williams. They have had everyone. Everyone in the world has done an episode of Law and Order.
Yes, they have to.
Yeah, Ron
It's
Williams.
it's a rite of passage. Yes.
Well, Robin Williams has a good Law and Order episode if you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't.
It
I'm
does.
definitely going
He
to watch it
does.
if he's the killer. That's going to be awesome.
He does.
God, may he rest in peace.
R.I.P. man.
We miss him.
R.I.P.
We really do.
Well, do we have anything else on the boys?
No, I think that's it, man. Once again, really great show.
Is this still advertising here?
No, I'm on there.
Oh, you're on the website. Okay, yeah. That's a great IMDb page.
That is 8.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Wow. That's probably just the first
Very
episode, though. But yeah, that's great on IMDb.
Yeah, it is.
That's past the 7.6 threshold.
Yeah,
that no one gets past. Well, all right, Mason, let's
Alrighty.
close this out.
All right, guys, you know the drill. If you're on YouTube, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below what you thought of The Boys on Amazon Prime, the season recap that we just finished here with episode 8. You can find our social media pages, Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Cash is on Twitter, that's just Cash. Instagram, Have You Seen It? Facebook, Have You Seen It Podcast. You can find our podcast in audio format, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Adios.